Excuse me, sir. Do you like power fantasies? You like killing demons? A little bit of softcore porn, perhaps? Well, by good golly, do I have the show for you. It encompasses all of that, but doesn't really do any of it particularly well. I'm genuinely at a loss of words as to how to describe the Testament of Sister New Devil. What a fucking mouthful. I thought this was a fever dream because I watched it when I was 15 and it was just the perfect anime for a 15-year-old. The anime can be boiled down into three main categories of interest. You got gods and demons, you got family, which even Vin Diesel himself would shed one salty tear about, and then you got fucking. All of these categories, mix a little bit, but two in particular mix a little too much for my liking. Let's just start by going over episode 1. So our main protagonist is Basura, and he's just chilling at a Denny's with his dad. You know how two guys just having a bonding moment. His dad says he got him a quote-unquote little sister, and Basura gets kind of nervous. So he goes to the restroom where we're introduced to our second main character, which is Mio. He kind of sexually assaults her, not gonna lie, not gonna sugarcoat it. It's kind of fucking weird. But and then yada yada yada, that all happens. They go back to the house and we're introduced to our third main character, Maria. Before I go on, what's the deal with the name Maria, Japan? You got Wall Maria, you got this Maria. I feel like I'm forgetting someone pretty damn important. Basura's dad then leaves in typical anime fashion, and we find out that the two new sisters are actually demons, with Mio being the former demon lord Wilbert's only daughter, and Maria being a succubus. I could have sworn that sounds familiar. Anyway, the girls try to brainwash Basura, but in a stunning twist that even M. Night Shyamalan himself would cream his pants at, it turns out Basura is actually a hero. And that's the beginning of the story. This is a generic power fantasy harem anime, with the only thing separating it being the absurd amount of softcore porn, which we will indeed indulge ourselves in soon enough. But let's talk about some other characters, because goddamn does this anime have characters.
Ladies and gentlemen.
So as this is a harem anime, we are introduced to all of Basura's family, as he likes to call them. We get our fourth and final main character, Rei Ayanami. Oh wait, I'm sorry. I mean Yuki Nanaka. Fun fact, my dog's name is Yuki and she's black. And Yuki means snow in Japanese. Fuck you and your logic. Yuki is basically the Rei of this series with her quiet monotone voice and colorful hair. And since it's blue, she's automatically second choice to the main character. Sorry all of you Rem fans, but sucks to suck, Amelia's still the best and always will be. That is basically your main cast aside from maybe Yuki's sister Kurumi, but she's so fucking weak and just not fun to watch. Accompanying our kooky cast of nymphomaniacs, we have a wide range of supporting characters. But I'm only going to talk about the ones I like, because this is a video, not an essay. Fuck you. My two favorite characters are probably Lars and Tojo. Lars is a demon who is kind of a dick when we first meet him, but he has one of the more interesting designs and he's pretty fucking cool to watch manipulate everyone. Tojo is Basura's dad and there is never a point where we see his full power, but all we know is that he gives off the aura of an ancient dragon, is one of the most powerful people in the show and manga, and he's also called the god of war within the demon realm. Not hell, don't confuse it for hell. You also got Liala, or Riara, as she's referred to in the manga. Don't know why they switched it, but they did. Who is really fucking strong, apparently. Like, she's the one who Tojo, the strongest character we know of so far, seemed semi-worried about fighting. Not to mention that when she slips, she creates a fucking trench about a mile wide with just the wind. She's also super into rewarding her brother, the current demon lord. She basically fucks him, or whatever Basura does to his family. The last person I'll talk about is Zest, who is a bunny bat maid demon thingy? I don't know what she is, but she is my best girl. I say this not because she is the most powerful, not because she is the best for Basura. She has short hair and big ass titties, and that's all I need. Oh wait, I take it back. I forgot about that fucking MILF nurse. Move out of the way, Zest. Chisato is the fucking shit, dude. God, that fucking nurse is such a MILF. I kind of went on a tangent there, but this is my review. What are you going to do about it? The video's already posted. Fuck you again. The animation is good in some parts and standard for the rest. The fight scenes are pretty cool to look at and get really well animated near the end of the second season. I'm also really glad that they didn't use CG to make some of the bigger demons that appear in season 2. Overall, the magic and effects are decent enough. Basura's secret form that I won't spoil is probably my favorite design with his glowing eyes and shit. But the hero outfits are so generic and meh. I also wish that they would have added some cooler weapons, cause really, a fucking katana? Ooh, so unique! Basura's sword has a cool name and nothing else really. Brian Hilder. That's the name. I just couldn't find a way to fit it in the last sentence, and I know you were probably wondering what it was. So there you go. The music is background noise for a majority of the soundtrack besides a few. The 3 that stuck out to me are the 2 battle tracks and one of the more emotional sad ones. Both have orchestras performing, and I'm a sucker for music with holy or gothic orchestral performances. Aside from that, the openings for both seasons are meh. One is better than 2, but I skipped both because they are so fucking generic. The guitar riffs in opening 1 are cool, I guess, but you're mostly gonna skip it to get to the sexual stuff. The ending for season 2 though is kind of a bop, but who the fuck watches endings anyway? The plot is there and they tried at some points, but overall it's not something you haven't seen 1,000 times already. The plot kind of loses focus quickly. I fucking love gods and demons and shit, but there are plenty of better animes for that niche. The comedy is pretty decent actually, with Maria being a succubus and trying to force penetration as much as possible between all the characters. And it's fucking hilarious that she has a computer and just spends her time editing her homemade sex films of the other characters. Season 1 is a good introduction to some lore about Mio and Basura and introduces us to the main players. The final confrontation with the main villain is somewhat satisfying, but that's about it. Season 2, on the other hand, is a little wacky at the start. It eventually builds up to a grander scale, and the overall fighting and characters are used much better than Season 1. The lewd scenes are also a lot spicier and frequent, and to be honest, that's all that really matters, right? First off, I like to not judge people based on kinks, but why Japan? Why so much incest? Your sister cannot be that hot, bro. If you're into incest, well, fucking have at this show. If you aren't, well, no worries. Technically, none of the characters are related by blood, so that's a plus. Even though Mia fucking insists on calling Basura like every time he sucks on her tits, but to each their own. You're going to watch The Testament of Sister New Devil for the sexual scenes. Although I started watching it at 15 because I was new to anime and I saw a sword, I stuck around for the tits, I'll be honest. It at least tries in the shonen area and it's fun to look at, but if you really want to watch hentai, then just watch hentai. It's okay. You do you, gamer. I almost forgot to mention why there's so much sex. Well, in order to increase their power, the female characters form a master-servant contract with Basura. Yeah, it's exactly what it sounds like. Anytime the servant has a bad thought or disobeys the master, they are sent into a very aroused state and it only goes away after the master makes them essentially come. I'm not sure how many times because fucking Mio had to go 9 rounds in order for it to go away the first time. So fuck if I know anything. And if they come really hard, then the little choker that they have around their necks changes colors and they become more loyal to the master. And both master and servant become more powerful. I understand trying to give reason to sex, but sometimes sex is just fine being sex. Oh, this is just a little fun extra tidbit. Each of the females has their own little part of their body that makes them come like super quick. Which is pretty fucking funny to me. So Mio is her tits, of course. Yuki's her ass, apparently. Yuki's sister is her armpits, because you gotta have those in there too. All kinks here are welcome. If you watch this anime, you might have a good time, or you might hate it. If you don't watch it, well, you aren't missing out on much, and there is no confirmed season 3, so cool concept, decent fight scenes, meh characters, hot-ass MILF, lackluster plot, power fantasy, incest, and tits. Watch it, don't watch it, I'm not your parent, you make your own decisions. That's the end. Now I'm gonna talk about the spoilers, cause some shit is whoo, like whoo. Okay, so diving into this mess, Basura is part demon too. Ooh, what a shocker that you totally saw coming. But he's also part god. It's pretty messy, but let Daddy Depression explain. So, after the Great War with the demons that Tojo, Basura's dad in case you forgot, fought in, Tojo gets stuck in a realm and is rescued by a demon named Sapphire. And like any good hero, he fucks her. But, due to Basura being half demon and half hero, he cannot be born in the demon realm. In order to solve this sticky situation, he makes the obvious choice. That choice being to transfer Basura into the room of Raphaeline. Who is Raphaeline, I hear you asking? Oh, you know, just one of the most powerful and higher ranking of the 10 gods. No big deal. So this all explains why Basura is basically OP as fuck, because he has some of the strongest hero, demon, and god blood in him. Now, I may or may not have lied about something. Yeah, well, remember when I said none of the main characters are related by blood? Well, oopsie. Turns out that Sapphire, Basura's biological mother, is the sister of Wilbert, aka Mio's biological father. So yeah, they are kinda half siblings, but it happens to the best of us. You know, oops, accidentally finger banged my sister again. The introduction of Basura's demon side is super out of nowhere, by the way. Turns out that the Master Servant Pact can have different effects depending on the demon that makes it. Since Basura's packs all have the properties of a succubus, it has a pretty intense side effect. If someone other than the master takes away the servant's V card, it turns out that the servant will literally lose their mind in the most painful pleasure until they just die. You know, like any good master-servant pact. The thought of Mia losing her virginity to someone else activates Basura's primal demon instinct, and he just gets super forceful with her. Kinda cool. Please ask for consent, kids. We don't want another Epstein walking around. And that fucking nurse, god damn it, she totally has sex with a minor when she fucks Basura in his mind, cause he's 15 and she's an ancient god, but she's a god, so I guess it's fine. Whatever, MILFs are the shit.